Hey guys! So we are currently in Wellington, New Zealand, and we're hanging out at our friend Kit's house. And we were just kind of talking about like junk food that we like to eat as vegans, and it just so happens that Kit is like really famous for making amazing tiramisu.
Mm-hmm.
So
He's gonna teach us how to make that today.
Yeah.
So let's go to the kitchen.
Let's go!
So, Kit, how do you make this?
Alright, well you can make it in any kind of tin. I'm just using a pretty basic round tin, but you can use a deep baking tray or a springform tin or whatever you want really. The ingredients for the base layer, we've got coffee, whiskey, and we've used arrowroot biscuits, but you can use rich tea or digestive biscuits, whatever you want. They're just going to get soaked in coffee and alcohol. Then for the chocolate mousse kind of layer, you need soft or silken tofu, you need dark chocolate, and you need golden syrup. Then for the mascarpone layer that will go on top, you're going to want cashews, which you're going to have to soak before you use them. You want nutritional yeast, xanthan gum, and vanilla essence, and we're also going to put some golden syrup in that layer as well. So the first thing we're going to do is line the bottom of the tin with our biscuits. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our alcohol and mix it with the coffee, and then we're going to pour that onto our biscuit layer, and that's going to soak it up and get nice and soggy. And you want to use about 2 tablespoons of alcohol for every 100 milliliters of coffee. I'm using whiskey, but you can use anything really. Now onto the chocolate layer. So for this you need 350 grams of soft tofu and 125 grams of melted chocolate. And then another shot of whiskey. And on top of that, we're going to need to put 1.5 tablespoons of golden syrup in there. And now we just want to blend it up. I'm using a hand blender, but you can do it in a food processor too. So now we've blended it up, it looks like this, a nice thick creamy chocolatey mixture. We're going to spoon that on top of the biscuit layer, and then that's going to go sit in the freezer for about half an hour just to firm up before we put the next layer on. So the third layer is going to be pretty much the same as the first. The only difference is we can't pour this on top of the biscuits because it will soak through to the chocolate. So we've got to soak the biscuits in here and then place them on already soggy. Okay, so for the fourth layer, the first thing we need to do is make a thickener. And what we do to make that is we use half a cup of boiling water, and we mix in 1.5 teaspoons of xanthan gum, and you mix that together until it makes a really thick jelly-like substance. So Ellie's going to work on that, and while she's doing that, I'm going to blend together the other ingredients. Mix together 200 grams of pre-soaked cashews, 1 teaspoon of nutritional yeast, 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence, 2 tablespoons of golden syrup, and half a cup of cold water.
So what consistency do you want that to be?
Well, ideally you want it to be completely smooth. If you can't get it completely smooth, don't worry about it. This is definitely good enough. So when the thickener is ready, it looks like this. It's very thick jelly-like mixture, and we just want to put that in with our mascarpone ingredients and then blend up a little bit more. Alright, once that's done, we're just going to spoon it on top of here, and then that's just going to sit in the freezer for an hour or more, and then you're ready to put the finishing touches on.
At this point you have about an hour to kill. If you're making tiramisu with your friends, we suggest taking some time and doing some fun activities. Maybe cards.
now that we've taken it out the freezer, we just have to add the finishing touch. Just dust a little bit of cocoa powder on the top. Then it's ready to serve.
Thanks, Kit, for teaching us how to cook.
It was really good.
And thanks for watching. Bye.
Ross, is the coffee ready?
End of that shot.